The 13th United Airlines Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival is coming to Belfast from the 1st to the 5th of March in the Clayton Hotel, Belfast. The festival will see over 100 local and international artists descend upon Belfast to showcase the best music they have to offer. Joining me in the studio is Colin Magee, the festival's director, along with Hawkins and Aidan Logan. So guys, thank you very much for joining me today. And then Colin, the first question to you. So other than concerts, what else has this festival got to offer?
Well, you know, it's an important stage for songwriters. We're kind of trying to shine a spotlight on the art of songwriting and the people who write those lovely songs. So there's showcasing, there's opportunities for co-writing between songwriters, and of course we've also got our important music industry conference, now in its 13th year, where people can learn from professional songwriters, and they can sort of think about copyright and collecting royalties and creating a career for themselves in music. So there's lots of things happening at the Clayton Hotel in first week in March.
And you said there yourself that it's in its 13th year this year. Why do you think this festival works so well in Belfast?
Well, when we started the festival, we set out to create something new, because there's no sense in repeating another festival somewhere else. So having this showcasing opportunity and a music industry conference set us apart from everyone else, I suppose, and we had more chance of surviving, because in today's climate of support for the arts, it's very, very difficult to keep going. And the second year, actually, we had to take out a loan to make it happen in the second year. So we're really pleased that the Arts Council and people like United Airlines and other sponsors come in behind the festival and allow us to put on 30 concerts and showcases and to run a conference as well. So it's really special.
And do you find that the festival still is growing and growing every year?
It is. You know, when we started out, we had to go out and search for people, and now at this stage people are coming to us saying, can I play in the festival? So that's a good sign. And we've survived 13 years, and we're confident we're going to keep going, because there's so much talent in not only in Belfast but right across Northern Ireland, and people are coming down from Strabane and up from Fermanagh and all sorts of places to play, and so we've got around 85 local songwriters playing, and about 20 or 25 people coming in from other countries. So it's fantastic, and a lot of Americans and all sorts of people coming to play in the Clayton Hotel.
And is it one of these two here that have been begging you to be on the lineup this year?
Yes, and I don't.
I just all look at me.
Yes.
So
well, you know, we've been working with Aidan and Kaz for a number of years, right back. Probably about 5 years now, is it?
2012 was my first.
And we've loved watching them grow along with all the other songwriters. It's probably one of the nicest parts of my job, actually, is kind of just to stay in the background and watch people grow as songwriters. So yes, we've got Hawkins and Aidan Logan as well, and they're playing in the festival.
So Kaz, I'll move to you then. How does it feel to be named in such a massive lineup?
It's about the songwriter. So, you know, it's a perfect opportunity. When I first appeared in Belnash, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and I can't remember who I was even on stage with. I was so nervous because I'd always been on the cover scene for years, but this was my first public gig with my original songs, and I remember my leg was doing this. I was trying to play, and I've never looked back since it, because as a singer, I'd been pretty cool with what I did, but my songs, to be given that platform, and for my career, I don't think my career would have expanded had I not taken part in that showcase. I definitely wouldn't have learnt as much so fast, because you hit the ground running. The minute Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival opens, you know, you see people in the streets walking with guitars. Everybody knows that it's Belnash is happening. You know, you get to jam in the corridors of the hotel with American artists. You get to learn so much, you know, and it's pretty daunting when you've never done that thing before, but it's always stuck there in your mind. And you take that knowledge and that, you know, experience wherever you go. And I think that's why Colin and Anne do a great job in giving you that basic platform for your songwriting.
And have you found since performing at Belfast that you've gained much more opportunities?
Oh yeah, I think, and that's what it's about. You know, I remember my first song. Nobody had heard of Kaz Hawkins, and at the time I was called something else. I think it was Mama Kaz back then, Colin. That first moment when I could hear people gasping in the audience when I opened my mouth and I started singing. And up until that point, I was not sure if anybody would get my songs. And everybody just, you know, where'd you come from? What have you been doing? And that's, you know, I'll never forget that. We just won the UK Blues Challenge with my band, and then we got to go to Memphis, represent the UK, and we made it through the semi-finals of the IBC Challenge.
And yourself, what kind of music is it that you're going to be playing at this year's festival?
My original influences would have been the likes of Garth Brooks, a big Bee Gees influence and all too, Billy Joel, right through to the likes of Ed Sheeran and the Killers. But I sort of, if a song comes to me, I'll write it, and even if it isn't necessarily for myself, but I would like to call myself sort of pop.
And
hopefully I'm popular among people.
Yeah, good.
And just as an artist, to be playing festivals like this, what's the feeling like when you get to play to these crowds?
It's amazing. There's not very many, I mean, I've played all over Belfast, all over Ireland, and there's not very many places you go to where the audience sits in perfect silence and you can hear a pin drop, especially whenever it's your own material. And whenever you play at Belnish, everyone's silent, and you can draw them right in and they listen to every word. And for a songwriter, that's all you've ever wanted. You know, people to sit and listen and appreciate and think about your song. So it's the Mecca, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it take a lot of courage to put your own music out there? Because obviously it means a lot to you, and are you worried about what other people think about it?
I'm very full of myself. So what I kind of think, well, I like to pretend I'm modest. Whenever it comes to playing my own material, I relish seeing what people think, even if they're going to criticise it, because that's how you get better. Yeah. You know, so I mean, I played at the festival a few years ago, and there was a gentleman there called Jason Bloom who wrote a couple of songs for Britney Spears. He had a credit on Oops, I Did It Again, which was a big hit, and he critiqued, not so much criticised, but he was going to beat me up because a couple of my phrases and whatever weren't maybe what they should have been. But through what he suggested, I was able to improve and move on from it.
Songwriter is in the name.
Yeah. So
everybody who buys into Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival knows that you're going there to hear original music. But there's nothing like standing, you know, with a guitar on your neck, and it's the bravest, most courageous thing you can do as a performer. So to have the backup of Pan Arts, you know, it's like a safety net as a songwriter. So, and that's what's special about it.
And what is it that inspires you to write music?
Life.
And yourself?
Seeing other people that are better than you. Whenever you hear like a really great song, you're like, I can better that. And so I suppose it's envy, jealousy, that's the inspiration.
I gotta go to Nashville with him.
So Colin, can you just tell me about a few of the acts that maybe it was worth people's while going down to see?
Yeah, so playing at the Clayton Hotel in Belfast is one of Ireland's finest songwriters, Paul Brady, who is absolutely brilliant. He's our patron as well of Pan Arts. Kimmy Rhodes is coming from Texas. Daryl Scott's coming over from Nashville. Mac McAnally's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and he's playing. We've got other fantastic songwriters from here as well. Garth Dunlop, Brian Houston, Triona's playing, people like that. So we're really excited about the lineup. And people can find out more, and they can flick through our brochure online at belfastnashville.com.